The Iraq War of 2003 remains a highly debated and controversial chapter in modern history. Launched by a coalition led by the United States, the war was aimed at overthrowing the regime of Saddam Hussein, the then president of Iraq. This article delves into the causes, events, and consequences of the Iraq War, shedding light on its lasting impact on Iraq, the region, and the international community. Causes and justifications. The primary cause of the Iraq War was the belief, held by some Western governments, that Saddam Hussein possessed weapons of mass destruction and posed a significant threat to global security. The existence of WMDs, however, was not conclusively proven, and subsequent investigations revealed that the intelligence used to justify the war was flawed. Another justification put forth was the promotion of democracy and the removal of an oppressive regime. The Hussein regime was infamous for its human rights abuses and suppression of dissent. Supporters of the war argued that by removing Saddam Hussein from power, Iraq could be transformed into a stable democracy, thereby fostering regional stability and advancing human rights. The invasion and occupation. In March 2003, the United States, supported by a coalition of allied countries, launched a military invasion of Iraq. The initial phase of the war saw the rapid defeat of the Iraqi military and the capture of key cities. However, the subsequent occupation faced significant challenges, including a deteriorating security situation, sectarian tensions, and an insurgency. The consequences. Human cost. The Iraq War resulted in a significant loss of life. Estimates vary, but it is believed that hundreds of thousands of Iraqis, including civilians, military personnel, and insurgents, lost their lives. Thousands of coalition forces, predominantly from the United States, also perished, while many more were wounded or suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. Destabilization and sectarian conflict. The occupation and subsequent power vacuum created a breeding ground for sectarian tensions. Iraq's diverse religious and ethnic groups, particularly Sunnis, Shias, and Kurds, faced violent clashes and struggled for power. The rise of extremist groups, such as Al-Qaeda in Iraq and later the Islamic State, further exacerbated the situation, leading to prolonged violence and instability. Regional impact. The Iraq War had far-reaching consequences for the Middle East. The power vacuum in Iraq allowed neighboring Iran to expand its influence, altering the regional balance of power. Sectarian tensions spilled over into neighboring countries, contributing to the outbreak of the Syrian civil war and exacerbating Sunni-Shia divisions throughout the region. Geostrategic shifts. The Iraq War also had broader geopolitical implications. It strained relations between the United States and its traditional allies, and it fueled anti-American sentiment globally. The war eroded trust in Western intelligence agencies and raised questions about the legitimacy of military interventions. Lessons learned. The Iraq War has prompted significant reflection and analysis. It highlighted the importance of accurate intelligence and the need for thorough assessments before launching military interventions. The war also underscored the complexity of nation building and the challenges associated with occupation and post-conflict stabilization. Furthermore, the Iraq War serves as a cautionary tale regarding the unforeseen consequences of military action. It reminds policymakers of the need to carefully consider the potential ramifications and long-term effects of their decisions. Conclusion. The Iraq War of 2003 remains a deeply divisive and contentious topic. While proponents argue it was necessary to remove an oppressive regime, critics point to the flawed intelligence and unintended consequences that followed. The war left Iraq scarred by violence and instability, with far-reaching regional and global implications. The legacy of the Iraq War serves as a reminder of the